This is the Evil Never Dies podcast with Brett and Carl. This podcast may contain adult themes, violence, and strong language. Listener discretion is advised.
The Evil Never Dies podcast.
Welcome back to the Evil Never Dies podcast, episode 210, Carl.
Well, you were wrong on the midweek.
I know.
Yeah, he was wrong.
I fucked
Look,
it.
I'm wearing Creepy Guy's shirt today. You can't see it because I'm sitting.
Yeah.
See if I can raise my damn chair.
I got one of them.
Yeah, I love the shirt.
Cool shirts.
Yeah. So last week was our most successful episode ever with Evil Talk 1. Evil Talk 2 will be coming soon, so be prepared for it. If you missed it, you missed a hell of a show. So go back and listen. We introduced Huggy Wuggy for one, who's now hugging the microphone.
Huggy Wuggy.
And I've actually got a Christmas tree in the background and this little dude here. And I think this guy's name is Don Cornelius. I don't know. Or is that the guy from Soul Train? That's as Christmassy as going to get. We got a Gene Simmons Christmas ornament there and a Paul Stanley standing underneath the tree. And that's the only decoration that tree's going to get, I think. Sorry.
Oh.
At least it's there.
Yep. My tree, the battery pack on it got eaten out because the batteries got left in it. So,
Oh, no.
now I don't know how I'm going to light up my little tree. So,
Oh, no.
I might have to come down and get one of them 6-volt power bricks to hook up to it.
Is it a pre-lit tree?
Yeah, it's a
I don't like the
tree.
pre-lits. Well, the story behind these trees, we were at Walmart yesterday getting Nico, the grandbaby, he's 4, it was his 4th birthday, a couple more Christmas gifts, and the granddaughters, Scarlett and Ayla, were like, we should get a Christmas tree. And I'm like, man, no. And then I saw this kind of tall little flock tree that was skinny, and I'm like, if Lisa says it's good, we'll get this one. And they're like, okay. So I told one of them, go get this one. So they got a box. I said, this is it. I get home, it's all 3 trees. It's the tall one, the medium one, and this small one. So I've got 3 Christmas trees.
Well, that's awesome.
So yeah.
Score.
It was score, I guess.
All right. I made Carl watch another movie, guys. So
Yeah, he did. I had to go to Amazon Prime to find this damn thing.
yeah, it's on quite a bit of things, but yeah, it was on Amazon.
Well, it's on Vudu, but I wasn't gonna pay however much for it.
Yeah, I know, that's weird. Didn't you say they wanted like $15.99 for it or something?
But this is one of the few movies you've ever put out that I don't ever think I've ever heard of before.
Okay. Well,
I was unfamiliar with the movie when I watched it. I don't remember ever seeing this movie. So you actually picked now that Andy Warhol's Dracula that we like to dog on. I knew about that movie and I'd heard of it, but this, I'm clueless.
Okay.
So this was sight unseen and I have no info on it. I just watched it and here we are. And this movie is called Rabid.
Yes,
not Rapid, but Rabid.
Rabid.
And apparently there is a remake, but this is the original movie.
Yep, this is
now a little bit about the remake. CM Punk is in that, the wrestler.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I saw it when I was looking some info out about the first movie. I was like, well, I wonder what's the second movie's about, and it had CM Punk in it.
Huh.
So
I think
there's your trivia for the day.
I think I've seen parts of that movie. I don't think it was very good.
If CM Punk was in it, probably not. That was during his non-wrestling phase, I think.
All righty. Let's get into this here. Rabid from 1977, written and directed by David Cronenberg.
Who you've been trying to push out for a while. So we
Yeah.
finally
I
covering one of his movies.
Oh yeah, yeah. We haven't covered none of them have
Oh,
we?
you've been wanting to, and I've been
So
saying no.
this is the first. All right. Produced by John Dunning. Cinematography by Renee Verze. Verze.
Verze.
Verze. This is a Canadian film, so there's a lot of French names in this. Edited by Jean Lafleur. Production companies: Cinema Entertainment Enterprises, DAL Productions, and the Dybor Syndicate.
Sounds like mafia.
Yeah. Distributed by Cineplex Canada and New World Pictures in the United States. Release date was April 8th, 1977, with a running time of 91 minutes. Countries of origin: Canada, and had a couple of English actors in it from the United States. English language. Budget 500,000 in Canadian. Today that would be about 2.5 million US in today's. That's a lot of inflation there, boy.
That is a lot of inflation.
And made $1 million in Canada alone at the box office. 2.2 million in the US, which is surprising.
I swear I've never even heard of this movie or seen anything about it. So,
Well, it was one of them drive-in movies back in the 70s, you know?
yeah. And I think we've already talked that some of these 70s movies I was not the biggest fan of and sort of never paid a lot of attention to. Felt like a lot of them were sort of chainsaw ripoffs. So that was just my thoughts of a lot of those 70s films. I can't talk today. I
All right,
lost my
let's
voice.
lost your voice, huh?
I'm singing, I guess.
Yeah, I got
We'll
some of
talk
that.
about that later.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's go over the cast here. First off, we got Marilyn Chambers as
What?
Rose.
Isn't that some porno chick?
Yes, she's an 70s adult film star, and this was her first actual cinematic role.
Huh?
Yeah,
Jesus. She
yeah.
needs Jesus, maybe. I don't know.
She was a very popular adult film actress for sure in the 70s and 80s. So, ever seen any of her stuff, Carl?
No, I have not. No.
Okay, all right. Next, we got Frank Moore as Hart Reed, which was Rose's, I guess, boyfriend, fiance. Joe Silver as Murray Cipher. Howard Reichspan as Dan Colloid. Patrick Gage as Roxanne Colloid. Susan Roman as Mindy Kent. J. Roger Perriard as Lloyd Walsh. Lynn Darragon as Nurse Louise. And Terry Schonblum as Judy Glasberg. And that is the main cast of Rabid.
Rabid.
All right, Carl, let's hear your plot on this here.
Well, some doctors open up a plastic surgery clinic apparently out in the middle of nowhere. I don't understand why or what, but they're there doing plastic surgery on everybody. And this Marilyn Chambers chick rides a motorcycle and crashes. And I don't know how she got there or why she was riding a motorcycle out there. Can you explain that part?
her and her boyfriend were riding on the motorcycle.
Oh, I didn't even know. I thought
Yeah.
the boyfriend came later.
No, she was a passenger on the bike, and these people were stopped in the middle of a curve in a van,
And
and
they like jumped over him.
they like to move out of the way, like hit the ditch and went flying, and the motorcycle burst into flames. And Marilyn Chambers Rose was trapped underneath. So continue, Carl.
And she's injured, so they took her to the plastic surgery clinic. And I guess they performed some kind of procedure on her, and I don't know why or how, but they like open up something underneath her arm, and there's like this appendage that grows, and it starts biting people, and they get rabies.
And it looks like
That's
it looks like a butthole.
sort of.
And
That's
what comes out of it looks like a penis, basically.
yeah, that's
A big
yeah.
ugly penis.
But once the other people get rabies, they don't have the appendage growing out of the side of their arm. They actually just start biting people.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how in the hell any of this occurred, why it occurred, or what is even occurring at this stage of the game.
Well, I think it was when he did the surgery on her. I think he was like used some experimental drug or something that he had concocted or something, and it
And
made,
put the appendage in her?
I think so. Yeah. So, all right.
Dude, I don't know.
Let's
I know
go a little bit
everybody
over. Huh?
everybody gets the rabies eventually.
Yeah.
And I don't understand the end at all.
Basically, they were just killing everybody and disposing of them.
They put one of them in a trash truck and smushed them.
Yeah, that was Marilyn Chambers.
Don't give spoilers. Well, we already gave a spoiler. How the hell did she die? If she was the king of the Rabid people.
Let's not give away any spoilers, like you said.
I don't even know what's going on.
Oh, all right. Let's go a little bit over the production here.
Please do.
This is actually David Cronenberg's second film. Remember, have you ever heard of the movie Shivers?
Maybe.
It's along the lines of this movie in a way, but not quite. Well, the Cinepix wanted him to do a second film, like sort of like a a sequel to the Shivers, and he didn't want to go that route. So I guess Canada has a film development corporation where they fund money for uh filmmaking and stuff like that. Or they maybe, I don't know if they still have that up there or not, if they still do that. But
Me no savvy. I have no idea what you're talking about. So these people funded the movie?
yeah, it's something along with the Canadian government.
So the Canadian government made this movie?
Well, no, they fund it. They're basically they're sort of in on the production of it in a way, I guess. I don't know if there's anybody from Canada that
Gazoo.
actually knows about that. Yeah, let us know. So, but they ended up funding the film. Remember the movie Convoy?
Yeah.
Well, they did a cross collaboration of the funding with that. So that's how he got funded. It's the only way they would do it.
I don't blame them.
And it was filmed from 1st November to 5th of December 1976 up in Canada. Like I said, it was a budget of 530,000, with half of that came from the CFDC. So
You talk about Gazoo. He just sent a message on Facebook. He must be psychic.
oh yeah. All right, let's go over some trivia here.
Okay.
All right. Sissy Spacek was Cronenberg's first choice to play Rose. But Ivan Reitman thought she looked too not sexy enough, and with her Texas accent,
Yeah, I could see that.
being up in Canada and all, wouldn't really fit the film. So he chose Marilyn Chambers for her sex appeal.
Okay, I guess that makes sense compared to Sissy Spacek.
Yeah. A keloid is a type of scar tissue formed from collagen, hence Dr. Keloid's name as sort of a pun.
I knew that.
Ivan Reitman felt that it'd be easier to market the film in different territories if a well-known porn star portrayed the main character.
Yeah, I agree.
Cronenberg states he had not seen Marilyn Chambers' most well-known film, Behind the Green Door, from 1972, prior to casting her.
I've never heard of such film.
Well, it's a porn movie from 1972, so there
God, I
you
bet that was a whopper.
I guess it was the first ever adult film where there's an interracial sex scene between a black man and a white woman. So I guess that was a big thing back in the day.
Yeah, it would have been then.
So it was a milestone, I guess you would say.
Makes
Cronenberg
sense.
stated that Marilyn Chambers put in a lot of hard work on the film and that he was impressed with her work.
Actually, she was a pretty good actor in the movie. You know, I
Yep.
don't know if she had any kind of acting training besides the pornographic industry, but she wasn't bad.
Before she did adult films, she was like in commercials and stuff. There was a famous I forget what, some laundry detergent or something, where she played a mother holding a baby on
I don't know,
the
but
box or something. It was the picture on the box.
some of these people in the movie weren't very good actors, so maybe she was the best one in it. I don't know. Those doctors all overacted.
Yeah, for sure. This film is one of the highest grossing Canadian films of all time.
God. Just God.
Oh. Poster for the movie Carrie, 1976, is visible after Rose walks out of the porn theater. Like we said, Sissy Spacek, who played Carrie in that film, was the first choice for Rose.
That's a good little spoiler or Easter egg.
Yep. All right, I'm going to probably screw this up. In Brazilian Portuguese, this film is entitled Enraivecida na Fúria do Sexo, which in English means enraged in sexual fury, as a possible reference to Marilyn Chambers' adult film acting.
Probably so.
The motorcycle that was in the wreck and Frank restores in his garage after the crash is a 750cc Norton Commando, which I have no idea what kind of motorcycle that is. I never ever heard of that before.
Me no savvy.
In one of the scenes in the baby's room, there's a Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy toy chest. Co-star Joe Silver, who plays Murray Cypher, contributed voice work to Raggedy Ann and Andy, A Musical Adventure in 1976 that was actually released the same month as Rabid.
Okay. I thought it had some tie into The Conjuring and Annabelle. Maybe I say that because I just watched The Nun too. So the Conjuring universe is on my mind.
Yeah, we're going to have to get into that too.
Yeah.
All right. The porn theater that Rose goes into in this movie is called the Eve Theater. The second adult movie Marilyn Chambers did for the Mitchell brothers was The Resurrection of Eve from 1973.
Holy crap.
Oh, let's see here, huh?
I guess Ivan Reitman had to start somewhere, didn't he?
Yep. Yep.
Boy, he sure come a long way from this.
Exactly.
Well, he's now deceased, but you know what I mean.
Director David Cronenberg and actor Frank Moore were both cast in the 1995 vampiric horror comedy Blood and Donuts. You ever seen that?
No,
I've never even heard of it.
I don't want to hear of it. I just realized that guy's part of the Christmas display.
Oh, what's his name? The clown.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. He's now a Christmas clown. I need to put a hat on him.
Yeah, a little Santa hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you keep talking. I'm gonna go find a Santa hat.
Oh no, I ain't got nothing to talk about. No, but well, I guess while you're that's all I got for trivia, really. So I guess I'll give you my take on this movie.
Yeah, give me your take on them. Ouch. I just smushed into something. Okay, I'm back.
Careful, feller.
What?
You just hurt yourself.
I did.
So anyway, like I said, this was a drive-in movie for me back in the day. And I don't even ever remember this coming out on video or anything. So
I don't think it did back in the day, honestly, because I would have probably seen it at Sam's Video or B-Star Video, all the places I used to get the low budget horror movies as a kid. I don't remember it.
but one day, probably like 5 or 6 years ago, I was rummaging through the $5 DVD bin at Walmart and I found it. It was in there, so I bought it and had rewatched it and haven't probably watched it since until a few days ago.
I bet you're gonna watch it once a year now.
I doubt it. I doubt it. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Cronenberg. Uh, done a lot of good films. Scanners being one of my favorite movies of all time. For
Oh
sure.
yeah, I love Scanners. I've actually got a real good copy of that on Blu-ray.
So this movie's close to my heart. It's very memorable for me. Doesn't hold up very well today, for sure. But I don't know. I might watch it once a year just to maybe it'll get better each time. You got that hat on him yet?
I'm
Shit.
still working on it. I'm waiting my turn like Halloween does.
So,
Halloween goes into the bathroom and drinks out of the toilet.
oh no.
We'll wait for her turn.
She waits for you to get out and then goes.
Yes, isn't that nasty?
Oh no.
I'm doing like Halloween and waiting for my turn to talk, so keep on.
Anyway, I'm gonna give this three orifices, penises, whatever the hell the thing is that comes out of her armpit.
Yeah, that.
Really looks like a dog dick is what it looks like.
Yuck.
So all right, Carl, let's hear how bad you're gonna trash this film here.
Well, like I said, I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. I didn't think it was going to be any good. I was right. It wasn't any good. I guess it was sort of creative. I'll give it that. Except for the whole appendage coming out of the arm was dumb. I don't understand none of what I saw. I don't know why they had rabies. I don't know, dude.
Okay.
I can't think of anything positive or negative about it. It just sort of sucked.
Okay.
It sucked. It really did.
All right. So is it a -0 today?
No. It's not one of those I hated it movies completely. I'd probably give it a 1.75 dick appendages or whatever we're talking about. 1.75 of 5. There's nothing memorable or nothing really good about this movie. It was actually quite boring.
Except Marilyn Chambers being hot. That's about the only
They kept
good
showing her
thing.
boobs. That was the only
plus out of the whole
only
thing.
thing you got out of it, I guess. I don't know, man.
I have to agree with you there for sure.
I feel like it was a waste of time.
Okay. All right. So, well,
I do not recommend this movie.
Oh, I recommend everybody seeing it at least once.
I do not.
Just
Don't watch it.
watch it, especially if you're a Cronenberg fan, for sure.
I say no, watch it.
I say watch it.
Okay.
All right, everybody. That's all we got for this time. So
Hopefully we can get the viewers we did for Evil Talk and make a bigger show.
All right. Yeah. Check us out on the YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe. We're on all the podcast platforms also. So leave us a Apple review for sure. That would be great. Ain't had one of them in months, I don't think. So, all right, Carl, you got anything else to add?
No, I'm still putting a hat on Twisty.
All right. Well, while he's putting a hat on Twisty, I guess that's it. And stay evil, everybody.
All around her, people are dying, and only Rose knows why.
You gotta come quick. You gotta come quick and get me.
It's Rose. It's gotta be. Something's happened to Rose.
Health officials have said they consider the outbreak of the new strain of rabies as being potentially the worst of this century.
Don't scream. Don't panic. He's dead, and the dead can't hurt the living. Rabid.
The Prime Minister was reluctant to officially declare a state of emergency, but as any citizen in the streets can tell you, martial law has come to Montreal.
Standing over that way, please. Get that gun. I'm sorry, sir. You can't get rid. I'm sorry, sir. I don't have a card now, please.
Shooting down the victims is as good a way of handling them as we have got.
Stop, Rose, shoot! You can't trust your mother. Your best friend. The neighbor next door. 1 minute, they're perfectly normal. The next, rabid. Pray it doesn't happen to you. Rabid.